Good morning, everybody. It's June the 24th, day 22 of the SOBO Thru attempt. We're just heading south, and as far as we get today, we got dropped off about 10:30. It's the first little crossing here. Beautiful little creek. We're trying to get, our next stop is going to be Hanover, which is about 30 miles, and then after that, Bethel, about the same. I'm not exactly, don't hold me to the exact mileage. I've got to be kind of careful here. A little sketchy. Get the old feet skis wet. There's a lean-to in about 8, and there's another one at like 17. So we'll just kind of see how we feel. It's kind of like I said a couple of days ago at the gins. I'm going to make it out of Maine for sure. I'm not going to let it beat me. But it had been trying, but felt really good on trail yesterday. So let me try to catch Forrest Gump, because he is running. I'm just taking a quick lunch break. Coming down to the pond to get some water. But yeah, let's get us a bite, and we're going to try to get to the shelter before it starts raining on us again. Supposed to start, it's actually raining a little bit, but it's supposed to get more. Just a few things. Like I say, my shoes are still holding up, beautiful, but I'm definitely going to get some more before I hit the whites. And it just sucks because I love these shoes and don't have any Luco tape on now. Ankle feels better. Probably going to get some topos because Landline and Gear Magnet had them, and they had 750 miles on them, and they looked really good, and they'd come across the White Mountains and everything. So I think when I get to Gorham, or maybe even Bethel, I don't know if I can find some. I'm gonna try to get in some topos. But that's the only thing that concerns me, is because, like I say, I'm used to these wear good, but up in here, the logistics, I just don't think I can, and if I have them shipped to me, I saw this one guy that I met a couple of hostels back, and he was sitting around another day waiting on the package to come in. So I don't really want to do that. Of course, you can see it's overcast. Last I checked, it's 64 degrees. And we're making our way to this lean-to where we'll stay at tonight. Hopefully, the rain will hold off. Yeah, and somebody else had asked me about how am I doing the videos. Basically, or how am I posting them? That's why at these towns I go into, because I can get on the internet, and then I send them to my daughter, and my daughter edits them, and then she schedules them to come out on YouTube. Bless her heart. It's amazing out here at the camaraderie. Everybody's really nice, super nice, because I guess everybody, is working towards the same goal. Whether you're a flip-flopper, section hiker, or whatever, your end goal is to hike the AT. So that's cool. And just some other random stuff. Just as far as equipment, I wear smart wool, boxer, merino wool lined shorts. I just have one pair, sent them back, another pair back, because they just stayed wet, and all it was doing was adding weight. I sent back a shirt, 2 shirts, because my original intention was I'd have 2 different pair of like hiking, a shirt and shorts, but you don't need it. You really don't need it. I mean, you're gonna stink. I don't care. We took a shower last night at the hostel when I first got there, and you can't tell it now. So it is what it is. Yeah, we got about 1.1 miles left of the shelter. Hasn't started raining yet. Before we get to Hanover, I want to say tomorrow we'll probably start hitting the Bemis Mountains, and then after, it's like one of them's a smaller Bemis and then big Bemis, and then we hit Old Blue, and then we'll start descending down towards Hanover. Then after that we're looking for Bethel, and then we're going to ease on out of Maine. And by ease I mean ease. You know, I don't know if anybody's asked. I need to check the comments. But you know, did a southbound mainly because, and I know I've said this before, but everybody's asking, like it was funny, Worthless, who's, and I've probably already talked about this, but he's starting his fourth, he's getting ready to complete the AT for the fourth time. Really good dude. He was with Crockpot and Marion, I can't remember her trail name, but anyway, he was saying, boy, y'all southbounders, y'all just throw yourself right into the fire, don't you? And I said, yeah. I said, that's really the reason, was to, you know, because I knew Maine and then the whites coming up were going to be really, really difficult. And I thought if I could make it through them, then hey, maybe this 55-year-old from Northeast Georgia could do it. So, still hanging in there. Ankle's fine. Just have aches and pains, but that's going to be I have those if I'm sitting at home on the couch. So, definitely getting in better conditioning. Bags, of course, is kind of heavy today because in Rangeley, if you're going southbound, it will actually be where you come into your first grocery store. There was actually an IGA where we resupplied. Actually got some smoked Gouda cheese, which was absolutely delicious, and I still have a lot of it left. But stuff like that, and say like for lunch, I had, I take a tortilla and then I put some spicy tuna in it, some of that Gouda cheese, and then I also have some Frank's hot sauce, and I put a little bit of that on it, and it's not too bad for out here. You know, it's not Gordon Ramsay stuff by any means, but it gets the job done. But yeah, and then say like tonight for supper, I'll probably have some ramen noodles, throw some tuna in it, and then I learned this from a pro tip from Tomato, who hiked it, I want to say in 2023, that he's just behind us. Said save all your broth out of your ramen noodles and then put your potatoes in it, and it seasons, it flavors them. Oh, it's so, makes them so much better. But yeah, and then something like that, you know, and I usually get a pack of 2 of Skittles, a couple Snickers bars, and then like say for breakfast in the morning, I always do 2 instant coffees, and I'll put a breakfast essential in it. And then depending on how I'm feeling, if I'm still hungry or not, I'll cook up some oatmeal, which is really good. So yeah, just kind of some random stuff I was thinking about. When I get the, let's see, Hanover, yeah, I'll probably, I'll weigh myself again because I want to see how much weight I've lost. But somebody earlier in some of the first videos was asking about getting in conditioning. Like I say, just get out and walk, you know, and try to lose weight, you know, as much as you can. It's definitely going to help you. But it's like we're talking about today, unless if you're training up here or walking, which you can see right now, this is kind of like Northeast Georgia terrain. It's not really bad, but it's coming though. I know it's going to throw 3 or 4 really good mountains at us before we get out of Maine, but it is what it is. But yeah, unless if you're up here training in this, I mean, you can get on stair stepper all you want. It's kind of like Cool Tree said last year. The best way is to get on a stair stepper for 30 minutes, take your shoes off, throw them in some water, put them back on, do the stair stepper for 30 more minutes, rinse and repeat, you know, about 5 or 6 times, and that's about what you're going to be doing on a daily basis. So, but on the second day, I guess it was, there was a lady that went by me and really felt bad for her, and she was all upset, and she was leaving. She was a SOBO, but she was going back up the trail. She was done. She said, she said I underestimated the trail and I overestimated my hiking ability. And she was just all in shambles. But yeah, I wish her well. And then once we got on down the trail, I saw where she had taken some of the stuff out of her pack, and she'd actually had like 2 of the Coleman, you know, like the propane tanks that you use for like a cook stove. So I can't even imagine what her pack weight was. But yeah, just stuff like that. And don't pack your fears, you know, pack what you need, because like I say, you're going to be doing this every day. Yeah, when we get to camp, you just need something to cook on, or you can cold soak. I do a little bit of both. But the lighter your pack is, because I've had several people say he says this guy right here, he knows he's got it, you know, he's going to do okay because his pack weight is so light. So it kind of makes me feel good on that part, because there's no way I could be doing this right now if my pack weight was 35 or 40 pounds. There's just no way. Not the way, you know, my ankle, I would have already been off trail for sure. But like I said earlier, after going into IGA, it's definitely heavier today, but it'll be okay. I guess I've rambled enough, but yeah, just kind of wanted to keep everybody, you know, filled in what's going on, what you kind of think about when you're walking miles away from your family and friends. But yeah, we got about another probably a mile now, and I'll check back in when I get to the lean-to.